with the millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this micro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. Hard like winter cold. Bust these fools, anything less than killing whack rappers is a crime. I stay trying to get mine. Stacking value, packing venues, winning over time. Ain't no fine timeline. Open your eyes, you're looking for the best, and this is what you find. Game is only for the bold. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing from parts unknown, your UFC and combat sports insider, Clever D, the Combat G, and the Sports Professor.
Yo, 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 what up, friends? We are back at it again, the dynamic duo. I am Omar, the Sports Professor Fonseca. He is our UFC and boxing insider, Clubber D, the Combat G, here tonight for Combat Sports Boxing. UFC, we gonna do some PFL. We gonna do some bare knuckle. What you got on your mind tonight, my brother? How are you?
Oh, loving and loving. What's up? Oh, we're having fun today. Some of y'all's moms got some gray hair on my chinny chin chin, but we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about distilled water and ashy knuckles today. That's what we're gonna do.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, look, if you see some distilled water in your mother's bedroom, just know the clubber has been there.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Trust me. That place you were born from, I've been up in there. Just saying.
Hey, holla at your boy, and while you're doing that, holla at us. Make sure that you subscribe on YouTube at Ballin' Buds, BALLANDBUDS, handy QR code right up there at the top. Scan that. That'll take you to our link tree. You can subscribe to the YouTube, get to our Facebook. You can catch Clubber D's YouTube and TikTok as well. So make sure you do that. And please hit that like button. Whether watching now or on the replay, it is free to you, but it is invaluable to us because it helps us out in the algorithm, gets us out to more of those fans, those combat sports fans that deserve this knowledge, and we're about to drop that knowledge on you today. As mentioned, we will talk about UFC 320, so all you UFC fans, stay tuned. That's going to be here in just a little bit. First, we're going to kick it off with the fan mailbag and then talk a little bit of other MMA events that'll be coming up soon.
Before you get to the mailbag, don't forget, we will get a little bit of 49ers stuff from your number one 49er fan right here, because the game is on tonight. If you're not watching the game, if you're out picking apples, if you're watching friends, if you're playing tiddlywinks, if you're playing tag or whatever you guys do that I don't care about, tune in tonight and hear what I have to say about the Niners. It's gonna be bad.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you tuned in for the Niners talk, be patient. We'll get there in just a few. Yeah, we'll get a little Clubber D look into his injured riddled team, as most people would know if they were true football fans. But we'll get into that later. All right, word up. Let's kick this bad boy off. First of all, let's get started with our fan mailbag. First question here. Let me hit that fan mailbag just so I know where to start the video at. So the first fan mailbag question comes from Corn Cops from Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out to Corn Cops. Says Terrence Crawford was recently pulled over and pulled out of his car at gunpoint on the same day that he was honored in the same city in Nebraska. What do you think about what happened the other day?
Oh man, now that the police report has come out and they've realized that the cop was telling a fib about saying, the reason why he pulled him over, and also that seeing a gun, it's a good reminder that regardless of how successful you become in this world, you will always get humbled, either your own doing or somebody doing it just to prove a point. And I'm not going to say what we all know why he got pulled over, because he probably fit the description. But, according to the report, it's just sad that you get honored in the town that you're trying to put on the map. You're showing up to the college games. You're always representing Omaha. You're Omaha through and through. This is the second time he got the key to the city, but this is the first time he had to use the key to the city to get out of jail. You know what I'm saying? And this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. He had permits for all the guns that they had. He had his head security person with him. They weren't doing anything wild or crazy. So this cop tried to prove a point, and the fact that he had his finger on the trigger right there at Terrence Crawford's face, where Terrence Crawford is the one that's saying, I'm unbuckling this, I'm doing this. He's giving out instructions to a cop that's already belligerent and coming at him sideways when Terrence Crawford is the calm one in the situation. A lot of these cops are supposed to play verbal jiu-jitsu, but if you're already coming in, hot and ready to fight, that's not de-escalating anything. There's nothing to de-escalate. You just come in because you want to prove a point that day. So I hope that cop is on leave without pay, and I hope he's reprimanded further.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He should be, and especially if you're trying to make a point, knowing. I mean, you got to know who Terrence Crawford is if you're a cop in that city, especially on the day that he was being honored. And then again, just to have a gun out seemed a little bit over aggressive for no reason, and especially like you said, and I talked about this on my show, Professor Seminole Mente, the other day, but he was talking about everything that he was doing. I'm taking my seatbelt off. I'm moving my hand. I'm lifting my hand up. And the guy was still way too overly aggressive on his high horse. So, no, I agree with you. That's some bullshit. Yep, exactly. Exactly. TWB is what we call that. You're right. Shout out. I appreciate you tuning in.
And shout out to Josh. And exactly what, saying without saying, another thing, that cop worked the parade, made overtime that Terrence Crawford created for him that day. He worked that parade.
God. So he made money off the parade.
He made money. Terrence Crawford got him extra money just to get put over that day. This is the problem that, if you're on the other side of history on this and thinking a certain way, then you're the problem also. So they said he worked that parade. So it's like, you don't know who that is. Like I said, they will find a way to bring you back down and show you that what power you don't have. So yeah, that's all it is.
Well, all I have to say to that is
the fuck out of here. What the fuck is a golem?
Some monster Frankenstein.
Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you get the fuck out of here?
Pretty much.
All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. Next fan mailbag question comes from Payoff Prince out of Ellicott City, Maryland. Shout out to the people up in Ellicott.
Go to the Phoenix.
Yes, the Phoenix. That used to be the spot, son. We used to be there all the time. Jake Paul and Tank Davis recently had a press conference that seemed to be more of a clusterfuck. Yeah. What do you think about the press conference and the fight coming up? And also a second question, what do you think about Mike Tyson coming out recently and saying he got paid $10 million extra to not knock out Jake Paul? So a two-part question there.
Well, the first part, Jake Paul came out and he plays to the audience. He's dressed like a clown because we all know it's a clown show. It's a circus show, and all the Tank fans out there, I don't want to hear nothing. I'm tired of hearing y'all saying he could beat so and so. He's fighting Jake Paul instead of fighting the top people in his division. There's always something with him. And then Jake Paul in the press conference is talking about, talk about the DVs he had, and he likes to beat up his spouse and bringing all that stuff up. And Tank's response is, "You're wearing a mohawk. Who still rocks a mohawk?" Like, it's just like, what is this? What the only thing about this fight card that I'm interested is Alicia Bumgarner. She's fighting on the co-main event. So it's like, Jake Paul, you did it again to where you're the main attraction for some bullshit, but I'm actually interested in what's leading up to the bullshit. I want Alicia Bumgarner. The world needs to see her fight. Just like they saw Serrano and Katie Taylor fight. The world needs to see Alicia Bumgarner fight. She's undisputed a female champion fighting out of Detroit. And she's fighting herself. I called her last week, but she didn't call me back, but that's okay. Check your MySpace. Check your MySpace, sweetheart.
Hey, shooting that shot. Let's go. Hit him up. Hit my boy up. Let's go, Alicia. All right. Hey, you say I'm shooting a lot of things.
I'm dusty. I don't care.
All right, cool. So, and what did you think about the Mike Tyson interview coming out and saying he got paid $10 million to not knock him out?
I mean, yeah.
Do you think that's true? Or
I don't think it's true because
Oh, okay. You don't think it's true? Okay,
I don't think the reason why I don't think it could be true, but there's no way Jake Paul's legal team had Mike not sign an NDA that only lasted less than a year.
Yeah,
like
right.
that.
He couldn't. I thought that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I live in the common sense era of all these dudes have house parties and have women sign NDAs when they go in their house and they have parties. So his legal team, this guy grew up in Disney. You know what I'm saying? So he knows how to cultivate the crowd and get people riled up and things of that nature. So 100%, I think his lawyers have something in there to where Mike Tyson can't really say nothing, maybe for like 10 years or something. So I could be wrong, but I don't believe it. I don't believe
that would make sense. No, that would make sense. Like, hey, if I pay you this money, you can't say shit for like years.
Unless he did and just proves that no one cares. They're still going to tune in. You know,
and that's the other thing. The mainstream, you know, not the hardcore boxing fans like you and I, but the mainstreamers that, you know, the marks that only turn in for, you know, the popularized main events. Those people, they're definitely going to tune in either way. All right, let's get to another comment here. Josh says, "No hate on Tank. In the game where boxers always get fucked over, get paid."
I mean, you're fighting who? You say no hate on Tank, but so you're gonna pay $80 to watch him fight a nobody? Make that make sense. This is boxing. It's not. Yes, you make money in boxing. Look at Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford won to fight the best and be the best. That's what boxing is about, and he's made money. Okay, Tank makes money and don't fight nobody. Okay, I'm from the era. I want my best fighters to fight each other. When I started watching boxing, that's the boxers I liked. This new era, I get make your money, but don't make excuses why you don't want to fight the best. So if you're retired and want to fight Jake Paul, that's fine. But if you're an active fighter and you make excuses on why not to fight somebody, or have your promoter say, you keep it up, I'm gonna have you fight Lomachenko. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I hear that. Let's see. Crawford damn near 40.
So and
it was look, it was, I mean,
it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Earl Spence ducked him for 5 years, openly ducked him. Nobody wanted to fight him. They tried to blacklist Crawford. Even ESPN sabotaged him. So come on now, let's make sense with this.
Yep. All right, cool. Moving into the next fan mailbag question. This comes from Fighting Fatales out of Newark, New Jersey. Shout out the Fighting Fatales or Fatals. I don't know. It sounds like one of those groups in the Warriors. The Frankie Edgar fight was canceled. Do you have any update on this?
No, they said it's a medical condition. It came out, I think, yesterday or today. No, it was yesterday. I was looking forward to seeing him fighting BKFC. I was, you know, that card they have on Saturday is stacked with good bare knuckle fighting. And I'm telling you right now, I thought bare knuckle fighting was dumb, barbaric, all that whatever stuff. I went to an actual event. Oh, that stuff's amazing. It's by far. I want to say I probably switched my number one and number two, but I've been to MMA, been to Muay Thai, been to boxing events, been to bare knuckle events. Muay Thai is probably my number one, but right under is bare knuckle fighting. Man, Jesus, they go at it. It's like literally bing, and then you start right there like it's legal cockfighting pause, because you got to put your toe to the line, and after that you just go at it and fight. Someone's getting bloody, someone's getting dropped probably in the first round.
Okay, cool. All right, let's get got another question here from Josh. Donkey Show is my number one. All right, let's see. Okay, next fan mailbag question. Conor McGregor recently called out Mike Perry for the 4th of July fight next year. Do you have any info on? Oh, my fault. I forgot to say who this was from. This comes from Irish Whiskey out of Orlando, Florida. Shout out to you. Wants to know if you have any news on this. Could this come true?
Yeah, Irish people in Orlando. But I mean, they're going at it today at the press conference. You know, Conor McGregor, he's put his name in there, put his price, and you know, said how much he wants to make if he fights at that White House show. Mike Perry said, "I'll fight you." I 100% doubt it's going to happen. If UFC does what I think they're going to do, it'll be Dana White's darling boy, Mike Chandler. You know, they're gonna put Conor in there with somebody that's gonna stand and bang and maybe not last more than one round. I like Mike Chandler, but he's past his prime. But here's the thing: if you've seen Conor at some of these press conferences and you've seen him lately, you know, it looked like he went to the bathroom and used his key for something real quick and came back out for 5 minutes. You know, I don't know if he's going to pass and have his mind and body right for this fight. If he does do it, if he trains, it's just like John Jones. Can we trust him to show up? The way Conor has been acting, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all. I'm not gonna, just look at the press conference.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's fun. Okay. Does that play? Can you hear that?
Let's get this.
No. You play something?
Yeah. Hold on.
That's too low.
It's too low?
All I
Yeah.
have in this world is my balls and my word.
It's a little bit of Scarface, but
Yeah,
I'll have to make it louder. Okay, cool. I'll make it louder for next time. All right, cool. Anyways, all right, work. That is your fan mailbag. And speaking of BKAFC, that's a great segue. We're about to get into that. Shout out to Skywalker Boxing Media.
This guy's everywhere. This guy literally just had Tim Witherspoon Jr. interviewing Boots Ennis up in Philly. You know what I'm saying? So Skywalker, like this guy, I want to say Skywalker probably has his fingers. He's like a finger's length away from every main boxer or boxing interviewer right now. This guy's out there. And
I like
he's swinging from skyscraper to skyscraper.
Right. I like it. The 6 degrees of separation of Skywalker. There you go. Hey, shout out. Y'all tap in with him. Skywalker Boxing Media on YouTube. Skywalker Box Sale on Facebook. Please tap in. All right, cool. Let's move it into that BKFC card that we were just talking about a couple minutes ago. So this will be in New Jersey coming up this weekend. We're going to talk about the co-main and main and get your picks for those. So the co-main event is going to be with two ladies that you said have some real beef with each other. Christine Ferreira versus Jessica Borga. Ferreira is 10-1. Borga is 3-0. What do you have on this? I heard so much you telling me all this stuff about what is going on.
These women generally do not like each other. Christine Ferreira, she's a smaller fighter moving up, and she's going against Borga, and she's the Black Widow. You know, so Christine was literally talking about how Borga had swallowed 10 hot dogs, and she's known for that. And then in this recent press conference, she goes, "Why do you keep bringing that up? I'm still going to F you up, you stank bee." You know what I'm saying? So she didn't confirm or deny that she did that in one night. Who knows? I mean, that's what she's insinuating, and that, you know, she's kind of sucked her way to the top, but who knows? But I put like this: both of these girls don't play. They don't play when it comes to this bare knuckle fighting. They put knuckle to cheek, and this fight I'm really excited to see. I'm gonna go over to the homie's house. We're gonna have about 3 TVs set up, and gonna have BKFC, UFC, and I guess some Hurricanes versus Seminoles game. Nobody care about that. But you know, we're gonna be watching all that stuff. But this is one of the fights of the night that I can't wait to see. And it's hard to pick because, you know, you got the smaller fighter Fiera going up, moving up in weight. But like she said in the press conference today, you know, the smaller fighter has been dominating, and they have been winning going against the bigger fighter. I mean, case in point, Terrence Crawford moving up. You know, so. And also, I say we got Popo Fredos going against Wanderlei Silva, who was piecing him up before his son knocked him out after that debacle this past weekend. So
are they going to fight? Oh shit!
Yeah, remember that?
Oh, that's going to be great. Yes.
So
yes.
They fought. He knocked him out.
Oh no, okay. I thought you were saying that. I thought you were saying the son was going to fight him in the future. That would be crazy.
Silva don't need to talk about fighting after that. He might still be asleep.
He might still be asleep.
He might still be asleep. Waking up, speaking Portuguese, turned over to French the way he got knocked out. But back to Ferreira.
Shadow realm.
I can't go against Ferreira. I've never seen her even stunned in BKFC. So club banger, house banger. She gonna bang her. I got Ferreira third round knockout. They're gonna stop. That's third round stoppage. We'll say stoppage. I don't know if it's gonna knock out or stoppage. I'll just be stoppage just to be safe. But I'm gonna go with Ferreira.
I cannot disagree with you. Y'all go look at the picture of this Ferreira chick. She looks like she's a freaking serial killer. Like she's gonna murder someone and just put their body in the backyard and just walk away like nothing happened.
The folks that know, a mechanic. She looked like a mechanic.
There you go. And I'm very scared of her. So I'm not picking against her. I'm taking her. Now, I do want to say, as Josh says, I'll root for the Swaller. Which one was that one again? I'm asking for a friend.
Borga. Yeah, okay. She's
just asking for a friend.
She takes 10, and she's like, "Is that all you have? You stink that." I was like, "God dang! Are you gonna deny it?"
I might have to slide in the DMs.
Hey, you just know her. She got a strong jaw. She could do all that. She got a strong jaw. You know, what Burning Mac saying House Part 3? You used to call your jawbone.
Jawbone. That's great. All right, cool. Let's move it into the main event of this card, BKFC 82 in Newark. As you see, the aforementioned, we just talked about him, Mike Perry going up against Jeremy Stephens. Both of these guys very familiar from their past MMA days. 5-0 in BKFC is Mike Perry. Jeremy Stephens is 3-0. What you got on this one?
Man, these two have been beefing for a while, and I think this is a road to the gold. They're doing a big tournament in BKFC, an open weight tournament. Everybody can jump in. Nice. That'd be in the future, but it's going to be phenomenal. Ever since Conor took over and put some money and more promotion in that fight, if you have the zone, or if you have a friend that has the zone or whatever, it's free. You don't have to pay for this. This is all free on the app. I would say definitely check this out or check it out the next day because these two are going to go at it. Mike Perry has been nothing but BKFC gold. Jeremy Stephens, ever since he got in there, he's been BKFC gold. He knocked out Eddie Alvarez. I believe that was his last fight. And then when they got in the ring together recently, they had to separate them two. That's where BKFC is like when WWF took over and WCW became the second rate. That's where BKFC, where they're still making money, they're still making waves. And then you see somebody like Mr. Perfect come down. It's like, oh, that's he has the perfect pass. That's Kurt Hennig. That's how BKFC is with these UFC fighters. Ben Roth's world, he's heavyweight champion. All these guys that are just no more in the UFC, they're coming down and they're making waves in BKFC. Even boxers, Austin Trout is a champion. No doubt, Austin Trout. Yes, him. He's a champion BKFC, and he's a beast. So this is a way for fighters that still want to fight, that are in there,
it's like a second career for them. Like a kind of second career.
And they're making good money. So I'm all for it. But with this fight, I have yet to see Mike Perry hurt or I've seen him stunned a few times, but he just mauls everybody every time he gets in that ring. And when he fights Jeremy Stephens, Perry it looks like the bigger guy. I don't see little heaving Stephens. I don't see it.
Clubs,
and
bangers.
It reminds me
clubs bangers.
You hear clubs. It's coming. It's coming. Just your mom knows about it. It's coming. I wasn't sure. But it's like this. If people who don't know, what the famous quote of Conor McGregor when he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" He was talking to Jeremy Stephens in the UFC press conference. And I want to say this: people are gonna know who the fuck Jeremy Stephens is because he's gonna win by 4th round stoppage. He's gonna upset the world. Jeremy Stephens, 4th round stoppage. Probably wrong, but it's okay. I'm going with it.
Hey, Jeremy Stephens, 4th round stoppage. I'm gonna go with what you said. You talked about how good Mike Perry has been. You haven't seen him very stunned, things like that. I'm gonna take Mike Perry in this one.
He's probably gonna win. I just feel like he's being distracted right now because ever since he lost to Jake Paul, Conor McGregor owns half that staff, half the company, or owns the company. And he's been on his ass, Paul's talking about him, and they've been going at it back and forth. So I feel like he's distracted a bit, going at Conor instead of focusing on Jeremy Stephens. I could be completely wrong, but I'm going with that. And yeah, I see you, Peach.
All right. Word comment coming in, yes, sir. Yes, remember he threw the towel over his shoulder and then he had the gum spit in the air.
He put the giant in a perfect plex. That's all I know.
There you go. All right, cool. Let's move it in to PFL. Yes, we have the Professional Fighters League Dubai this weekend. Going to be a huge card for them. We're going to go ahead and talk about 3 fights from this card, since there are some names on here that we have known from the past. So let's start off with the Bantamweight fight at 135. You've got Magomedov versus Sergio Pettis, both 1-0 in PFL. Magomedov owns a 21-4 overall record. Sergio Pettis a 24-7 overall record. Magomedov has a 1-inch arm and leg reach and height advantage over Pettis. What are your thoughts on this fight?
This is one of the reasons why I always thought it's weird that UFC's on ESPN along with PFL. It's like you're promoting 2 MMA leagues on the same channel.
Kind of weird. Kind of weird.
It is what it is. But Sergio Pettis, he's the younger brother of Anthony Pettis. He's the ex PFL champion Bellator champion.
I mean, I guess real quick though on that, would you be more upset if you were Dana White if that were the case, or would you be more upset? I mean, because you can't be upset if you're PFL and you're
Dana White, 100%. Right? Dana White, 100%. Yeah. Okay. If I was because PFL's on regular like ESPN at times.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So he wasn't happy at them. That's why them going to Paramount. I can see. I saw that. You know what I'm saying? But
all right.
It was happening from a mile away. And as for the fight, Sergio Pettis, like again, he's the younger brother of Anthony Pettis. He was ex Bellator champion. He's beat some good names out there. With this fight, Magomedov, he's your typical fighter from that Dagestan region, and he's a big time wrestler. With this fight, I'm gonna go with Sergio because he's way better on the hands, on the feet. So I'm going Sergio Pettis, and I'm gonna say by unanimous decision. It's gonna be a good 3-rounder. I don't know if it's 3 or 5. It doesn't matter. He's gonna win. So
I'm assuming it's 3 since it's not a title fight. But yeah, I think it should be a good fight either way. So looking forward to that one. All right, moving on into the light heavyweight world title fight of the evening. Cory Anderson versus Davlet Yagshimuradov. I'm going to call him DY.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I was going to try.
That's crazy. 4-0 PFL record for DY. Career record of 25-7-1 in MMA. Cory Anderson's career record is 19-6. Cory Anderson, 4-inch height advantage, 6 arm reach advantage, and 2-inch leg reach advantage. So he's taller and longer paws than this DY guy. What are your thoughts on this fight? That's crazy.
Wow. Hello. He's gonna. This is the thing with Cory Anderson. I've always been a big fan of his. Like ever since he was in UFC, he got my respect when they had to cancel that. I think it was the Chael Sonnen versus John Jones fight when he got caught with the steroids or whatever it was, and they had to change it to another spot, and he kind of stepped up to him on the plane. Cory Anderson, he's one of those people that he's been on the cusp of winning a belt, but just hasn't done it. And to equate this back to wrestling, he's like that mid-tier person and another ex-UFC fighter. So I'm trying to find an ex WWF fighter, wrestler went to WCW. So we'll say, how about Earthquake?
$1 Million Man.
We'll say Earthquake going into WCW as the Shark or John Tenta, whatever you want to call him.
John the Shark.
And he just never really got that belt. He fought the Big Boss Man for the sack of quarters, that match of Bash at the Beach, or whatever that was. So, it's just like he's been there, just can't get
the sack of quarters on a pole match.
Yes.
On top of the
but Dusty Rose was hollering. That thing. But it's he's one of those fighters like you just gotta love him. And I'm going 100% going with Anderson. I think he's gonna win another decision. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. He's a very good wrestler. He's good on stand-up, but he's been knocked out a couple times. But I think Cory's just going to take him down and kind of make this a boring ground and pound fight. I hope I'm completely wrong. He just knocks him out, but I'm going Cory on this one.
I mean, with all I mentioned of the leg height and arm reach advantage, I mean, I'm going to take the person who has the advantages. So I'll just take Cory Anderson as well in this one. All right, let's move it on into the lightweight world title, the main event of the evening in the PFL Dubai card. Usman Nurmagomedov versus the Irishman Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes owns a 2-1 PFL record and a 14-2 MMA record overall. Nurmagomedov comes in with a 1-0 PFL record and 19-0 career, so still undefeated on the career, although he does have one no contest. Nurmagomedov here has a 2-inch height advantage, a 1.5-inch arm reach advantage, and a 1-inch leg reach advantage. What are your thoughts on Usman Nurmagomedov versus Paul Hughes?
As my dog is over here scratching away at itself. I got this fight is a rematch, and Umar is a freaking beast. Obviously, I believe he's the cousin and brother. He's the cousin of Habib, and his brother is he lost to Merab Dvalishvili. Umar, and I forgot his brother's name, but it'll come to me later. But the fighting, he's your typical Dagestan fighter, but he's good. He's great on the feet. He wants to stand up, wants to kickbox, wants to do all those things. He can wrestle, but he wants to keep it standing up. And he likes to do highlight reel knockouts when he was his time in Bellator.
No, you were right. That was the one. You were right. Umar was his brother. This is Usman.
Umar
was the one.
I get him mixed up. I get him mixed up. Yeah. Good stuff. All right, now my dog gets up and he's shaking. All right, get out of here, dog. Are you done? So, yeah. Now back to Usman. So Usman, I think this fight is going to be. I think it's going to be Friday night on that card. I'm giving it 4 rounds of bangers. 4 rounds, and 100% going with Usman with a highlight reel knockout. Round 4. You hear the club's banger. Round 4, Usman Nurmagomedov. 4th round, highlight reel knockout.
Ooh, highlight reel knockout. I like it. Look, Paul Hughes is a tough fighter, always has been. But look, man, the Nurmagomedovs, that family, that lineage is just on another level when it comes to MMA. And I would never bet against any of them unless they were like just starting out and like new and stuff. Yeah, no, I'm taking Nurmagomedov.
I'll take on all of them. They all like 5 foot. Come on,
they wrestle bears like you growing up.
That's fine. Hey, come on, hit me and I'll sue the hell out of you, please.
Oh, that is tremendous. Shout out Bobby G and the Audible podcast tuning in on Instagram as well. Tina tuning in. Shout out to you as well, young lady. But yeah, Bobby G, shout out. They just had their Thursday night football preview. Every Thursday night, him and Wildcard Mar go live before the game to preview the Thursday night game. And then Fridays, tomorrow, they have their Audible podcast react show. I believe it's at 7 Eastern or 6 Eastern, where they go through all the different topics, and they do pop culture and all types of things. So y'all tap in with the Audible podcast, Wildcard Mar, and IOW Sports.
I've tapped in a few times. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I was listening to them, and they put on some really good stuff. I think it was the Commanders versus Packers Thursday night game. I called the following show, and when we got there, when I got to meet Bobby G, hey, thank you, Jug can sign. He's producing for me in fantasy. Keep up the good work. And I want to hear his thoughts on Shador's not talking type thing. I thought Shador did a good job at that, because he's damned if you do, damned if you don't. But yeah,
it really is. I thought that Rob Ryan was a little over the top with his criticism. First of all, it wasn't his fault that these owners and teams tried to blackball him for whatever perceived slights they had against him, attitude-wise, or his father.
He's for some of that, it's his,
Okay, that's fine.
You don't want to get drafted somewhere and refusing to do the draw board with the Giants and stuff like that. You got to come in doing whatever you want to do, doing what they ask you to do in the league. I'm not agreeing, but I see both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not, unless you are the Mannings, because he doesn't have the complexion to protection. You gotta you know.
And I agree with that. But then they have to accept when he says, "Oh, I'm better than half the QBs in the league." Then, if that's what he thinks,
they won't.
I mean, I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying they should.
They should, but they won't. Yeah.
No, we know why. All right, cool. Let's see. Get some comments here real quick. Canteen, shout out, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Tap in there with Canteen, and then. Oh, Bajo, my brother. Who is this guy? Where have you been? Don't Bajo. You know they're called Club Bangers and they've been that way for 3 years now? You think he's smart. The Clubber D Predictions. Let me go give them a fun name. What? Bye, Clubber D. Oh, look, Clubber D Predictions. I'm so smart. I don't know why I sounded like a leprechaun there. Anyways, all right, let's move it into UFC 320. We've got a huge oh, God bless. Oh, that was great. We've got a huge stacked card here, including the rematch between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira, AP, a favorite here on this show. But before we get to that, we want to hit you with some early prelims because Clubber D has some fighters he wants to cover. First of all, in the early prelims, Patchy Mix, one of the fighters you've touted on this program before, is going up in a bantamweight bout against Jacob Wicklocks. He's the favorite in this fight. What do you think about Patchy Mix?
And they got Patchy Mix. I hyped this dude up. He was coming from PFL, coming from Bellator. He was supposed to be the heir apparent, the person to challenge Merab the Machine Dvalishvili for the belt. This is supposed to be his fight on Saturday, but he fumbled the bag and lost his UFC debut. And everyone talks about UFC jitters. It is a thing. Not all fighters do have them, but a lot of fighters do have it. And he had it. I'm going to need Patchy Mix to beat the dust off this dude. I'm gonna need him to show up and show out and prove to everybody that he is a threat in the bantamweight division. Show everybody how great of a fighter you are, Patchy. Yes, okay, you messed up. It's all right. Okay, you had the bright lights. You were talking because he was talking cash money shit before that fight and lost. So we're gonna need you, please, Patchy. I need you. Beat that ass. I'm gonna need a first round knockout. Exciting. Make an example of him.
If he doesn't make an example of him, does he lose some more shine on his?
If he has a very bad outing, as Christopher Wallace once said, don't be mad. UPS is hiring. Right?
Wow.
So where are you going to go? BKFC? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
You're not going to go back to PFL unless they want to have you back, like AEW getting like Andrade or somebody. So it just depends what you want to do. So I need him to show up, show out.
I like the very updated reference on the news that just came out today about Andrade being resigned to AEW. Hey, very well done, my friend.
I try.
All right, cool. Let's move it on into the couple of more prelims here. One fight you wanted to talk about in a featherweight bout, Jun Sang Yu versus Daniel Santos. Daniel Santos is actually the 142 favorite here. What are your thoughts on this fight?
Jung Sung Yu, he won his first fight in a count with a counter left in 30 seconds, his UFC debut. He's fighting again. He's fighting out of South Korea. His name is Zombie Jr., as in the Korean zombie. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the next heir apparent. This guy is, I think he's 8-0, 9-0. So I honestly feel like he is going to show up again because, one, the UFC needs that because that Asian market is what they want and what they've been looking for to get more eyes and more money and more cash flow, because One Fighting is killing it out there. They are the number one organization in the world because of how big they are and the reach they have there. Because One Fighting, they do Muay Thai, you'll get grappling, you'll get all that in one night. So UFC, they need him to do something, and he is a good fighter. So I got this being a 1-rounder highlight reel knockout.
Woo! One-rounder, high right. What?
I thought the sound effect was going to go for you.
My bad. Yeah. I was going to save it for the main
bangers.
No, that's why I thought you really figured. It's all good. We making it work. Okay, we're doing for these Clubber D predictions. We got this. We got.
Ooh, look at me. I'm smart. I came up with Clubber D's predictions. That's hilarious. This is going to be a good inside joke for a while. All right, let's move it into another prelim. Ateba Gautier.
Gautier, yep, got it perfect.
There you go. Versus Tristan Vines, middleweight bout. What are your thoughts on this?
This is what I need y'all to do. You can do it now. Open up another window. Type in I'm butcher his name. Gautier, how you spell his name? Was it A?
I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in chat. Type that in, okay? This guy standing next to Sean Strickland, you think they're in the same weight class, but he's in a weight class lower than him. This guy is a big dude. He is fighting out of Cameroon. He is the next Francis Ngannou, okay? Type him in there, okay? He's undefeated. He's a rising fighter in UFC. There's a reason why he's the main event in the prelims. They're going to showcase him. And the guy he's fighting, I think his last name you said is Vines.
Because
it's going to be as short as a Vine. Because he's going to knock him out probably in the first 10 or 15 seconds. Okay?
Like a Vine video? Like the whole Vine?
Yes. He's gonna knock him out that fast. This kid, they call him Mini Francis Ngannou for a reason, all right? Look up his highlights. This guy's he reminds me of me back in 1987, okay? When I was out there and had a Jerry curl, and I used to do my thing back in the day, but y'all just don't know about it. We didn't have social media back then. But this kid is the next big thing. He is the next Francis Ngannou from Cameroon. He just got blonde hair, looking like a Wesley Snipes from Demolition Man. But don't let the blonde hair fool you, okay? I don't know why you black as could be got blonde hair, but hey, check this guy out.
Demolition Man.
First round, showcase knockout.
All right, there you go. By the way, kids, if you were not old enough to get the Vine reference, Vine was a social media site back in the day where you used to have 7 seconds videos that you would post. Like literally, you had only 7 seconds to like figure out what you wanted to make a video of, but it spawned so many different like meme-worthy videos for the rest of the time.
Paul came from the Vines. King Batch, he was a Vine guy. My ex used to call me a Vine, but I was tired that night. Don't make fun of me. I was whatever, but that's another story.
All right, let's move it into the main card in a middleweight bout. Number 14 ranked out of Germany, Abus Magomedov, that was good, versus Joe Pfeiffer. Abus Magomedov is the favorite in this fight. What do you have on these two?
We had a bunch of Magomedovs we talked about today. It's crazy about Abus Magomedov. You'll like this, because he was like some of my friends. He was born in Dagestan and then moved to Germany at age 15. So he's kind of like Hamzat Chimaev, where he went to Sweden. So he's got that Dagestan lineage or heritage, whatever, and then went to Germany at age 15. Joe Pfeiffer fighting out of Jersey. He's I wouldn't say a blue collar fighter. He lost his first time in Contender Series, came back. He was on I think he's won what? He's lost only one fight out of his last 5 fights or so. He was on a 4-fight win streak. This fight's not gonna last long. Joe Pfeiffer's gonna knock him out.
Ooh.
Okay. That's I said I went fast on this one, but yeah, Joe Pfeiffer, his last fight with Gustafsson, he proved that he can last 3 rounds, but he doesn't play. He's not there to talk, to hang out. He's not there to play tiddlywinks. He's there to knock somebody out, put you on your back. So I got Pfeiffer winning in the second round.
All right, there you go. Moving on to another main card bout. A tough fighter here as well. Josh Emmett is coming in to fight Yusuf Zalal. What do you have on this one?
I mean, it's Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett is the king of the overhand right. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to come in and look for that. He's had some great knockouts in the past, but Yusuf Zalal, he's more fluid in his fighting, and I feel like he's gonna figure Josh Emmett out. If Emmett doesn't get him, this is no caveat, but if Emmett doesn't get him out in the first round, Zalal will win by decision, and he'll probably win 2-1. But I got Zalal winning this fight by decision.
All right, moving it on into the third out of 5 fights on the main card. Jiří Procházka, a favorite here on the show, versus Khalil Rountree Jr. Jiří Procházka is 31-5-1, coming off of a win, while Khalil Rountree Jr. is 15-6, also coming off of a win. Procházka has a 2-inch height advantage, a 3.5-inch reach advantage, and a 1-inch leg reach advantage, although Khalil Rountree Jr. has 1.5 pounds on Procházka. What are your thoughts on this fight?
You know what? Hey, you can still see me, right?
I was looking at the notes. Hold on. Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. I was just making sure because, sometimes I see double, sometimes I see triple. But it's crazy. So Jiří Procházka, he has, in his last 14 out of 15 fights, either won or lost by KO or TKO. 14 out of his last 15.
He does have an 87% KO TKO percentage, to your point.
And he's only 32 years old. And what's crazy is his last 4 fights, he's lost 2 by TKO and won 2 by TKO. All right. He's had 5 fight of the night,
so he's going to knock somebody out, or he's going to go out on his shield.
Pretty much. And the only person that do that to him was Alex Pereira. Okay. Another crazy stat about this fight. These people, Jiří Procházka and Khalil Rountree Jr., out of 2 fighters, have only had 3 takedowns their whole MMA UFC career.
Wow. Okay.
And that's Jiří having 3. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a stand-up war. This could be fight of the night. All right.
Ooh.
Now, Jiří usually when he fights his past fighters, he's in the zone, he's ready to whoop some ass, yada yada yada. But fighting fighting Alex Pereira, he was like, oh, I gotta go to a dark place. I gotta think of this and that. I gotta go on a mountain and eat some sea moss. He was just doing all some weird shit. So I think in his mind, he lost the fight already. Any other person he fights, he's ready to just get him up out of there. Khalil Rountree, they have the same opponent being Jamal Hill. Both of them, that was their last fight. Jiří got him up out of there, knocked him out at TKO, and then Khalil Rountree, it was a unanimous decision fight when he got Jamal Hill. I like Khalil. He's one of those guys. He reminds me of similar to an MMA Daniel Dubois, where when he got his confidence, he became a totally different fighter. And he has his confidence right now. His stand-up game, his Muay Thai is going well. That kick he got Rochik when he kicked him right on the knee and tore his knee, which was disgusting. He's on the top of his top. He was on the top, but then he fought Alex Pereira, and even though he dropped him, with Pereira being careless, he still lost that fight, and he got a ton of scar tissue on his nose and eye in that fight. I think that's going to play a factor when fighting Jiří Procházka. I think this fight was I was going back and forth on who I should go Khalil, go Jiří.
Clubs, bangers.
This is
bangers.
on the spot.
Clubs.
You hear the prediction? I got Jiří.
Boom.
Third round knockout.
Jiří
be a highlight reel. And I feel like I kind of feel they might stop because of a cut, but I just see Jiří getting him up out of there. I like Khalil too. He's a really good fighter. It's just that only fighter I've seen Jiří kind of not act normal with, and he's an odd guy anyways, was when he fought Alex Pereira, and he kind of lost it before he got in that fight. He was doubting himself. So I'm gonna go with Jiří on this one.
All right. Yeah, I agree. I think Jiří is the favorite here, and like you said, he's either gonna win by a knockout or get knocked out, usually go out on his shield type of thing. And that's even shown in the significant strikes. He has significant strikes landed per minute, more than Rountree per minute, 5.7 to 3.7. But on the other hand, he also absorbs 5.7 significant strikes per minute versus Khalil Rountree's 4.2. per minute. So as you mentioned, right, he's getting hit just as much as he's landing as, when it comes to significant strikes. So, all right, let's move it into the co-main event of the evening. Your favorite and champion, Merab Dvalishvili, going up against Cory Sandhagen. Dvalishvili comes in with a 20-4 record. Sandhagen 18-5. Both of these gentlemen coming off of wins. Now, Sandhagen is the much taller fighter. Actually has 5-inch height advantage, as well as a 2-inch reach advantage and 2-inch leg reach advantage, and also weighs 1.5 pounds more. But Dvalishvili's the champion for a reason. What are the thoughts on this fight?
So I saw recently, I think it was today, that I think Cory Sandhagen was responding back to Sean O'Malley about possible fighting at the White House. You know, he has to get through Merab first. I don't think he really played into the question, but Sandhagen, you know, he has that flying knee stoppage on Frankie Edgar, which was y'all need to look that up. I mean, that.
Oh, was that the boot to the chin? The feet inside the mouth?
It was out of this world. And
Sandhagen, look, I had a foot fetish the way he had that foot up in his mouth.
Oh, Rex Ryan. But he's a formidable opponent. He did lose to Aljamain Sterling, who was Merab's training partner. That was when Sterling was on that tear when he became champion. Before he became champion, called himself the Human Backpack. This fight, I like both fights. I'm a big Merab fan. I'm a big Merab fan. You know what I'm saying? The machine is that guy. He's going to take you down. He's going to outwork you, ground and pound you for 5 rounds, or until you quit or he submits you. Cory Sandhagen, his stand-up is not bad, but I just don't think he can. I don't think he can keep up with Merab. I really don't. You look at Merab's fight against Umar, and then his fights with O'Malley. He could take a punch. He could take a hit. So his chin is not a factor in this. And I think Sandhagen does have a puncher's chance. However,
Clubs bangers.
I got Merab by I think it's going to distance. Got unanimous decision.
All right, cool. Yeah, when you're looking at that, 75% of his wins come by decision. So if he was going to win, you're correct. He usually takes it the distance. And I mean, like, Sandhagen's a tough fighter, but I mean, does anybody? I don't think anybody. Like you said, there's always a puncher's chance in UFC, but there's also the reason that Dvalishvili is the champion, and the reason why he's a 380 prohibited favorite is because of the fact that I don't think many people, other aside of Sandhagen and maybe his family, think he has a chance of winning, and I don't either. Dvalishvili definitely wins by decision. All right, let's move into the main event of the evening. Fight I am.
Got a question. Go ahead. Let's answer that question.
Oh, no, yeah. Let's do that question real quick. That's a good point. Shout out John for tuning in. We appreciate you, brother. John Dong. How do you think light heavyweight Jaltin would do against Ankh and Pereira? While you do that, I'm going to the bathroom.
No doubt. As he takes a dump. Well, is he a light heavyweight? I thought he was a heavyweight. But if he did fight them, it depends. He's been knocked out before. If he fights Ankalev, I think Ankalev would just wrestle him. I know he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's pretty good on his hand, on his feet. But Ankalev he's a southpaw. He's left-handed. So it's kind of hard to do a lot of the stuff you normally do with other fighters fighting with traditional, I guess. Shit. But conventional. There we go. So I don't know. I think if he fought Pereira, it'd be more of an exciting fight. I think if he fights Ankalev, it'd just be more of Ankalev taking him down. I don't see Ankalev standing up trying to prove a point against him. I thought he was a heavyweight though, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that'd be my thing. If he fought Ankalev, it'd be boring. If he fought Pereira, it'd be more exciting. But I don't have him winning either one of those fights.
There you go. Yeah, I agree. I don't either. But he is a good tough fight. He's big too. He's huge.
Yeah, he's big dude.
Like Brock Lesnar size. So
yeah.
Shout out. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure that you submit any other questions you have for us. And let's get into the main event. Again, I'm very excited about this fight. AP is a favorite of both of ours, a longtime favorite of Ball and Bud's, former champion, obviously got his belt taken from him by Magomed Ankalaev, which we're seeing this rematch here from just, I believe that was back in May, I think. I think it was around your birthday. Ankalev comes in 21-1-1. Pereira 12-3. Obviously, we just mentioned them coming off the fight versus each other. AP owns a 1-inch height advantage, but he also owns a 4-inch reach advantage. Magomedov, on the other hand, does own a 2-inch leg reach advantage. Magomed Ankalaev is the 285 favorite to retain the championship. What do you have on this bout?
Man, that first fight was a lot closer than people thought.
Yep,
it was,
sure was.
Lately, Pereira's been in some movies. He's been in a lot of commercials. I don't know if that Hollywood stuff's getting to him, and they do want him to fight. They want him on that. The dream fight for UFC would have him fight in the White House if he wins this, and have the heavyweight champion, Jesus Christ, London guy, British dude.
Aspinall
fighting. He's fighting Cyril Gane next month. They would love for him to be a 3-division champion. That would be, or just have that fight. That's something they would love to have. However, he's fighting Magomed Ankalaev, and Magomed Ankalaev, another one, trains with Habib and the rest of those folks in Dagestan, and also AKA here in the States with Daniel Cormier and Luke Rockhold. He loves to stand up. He can wrestle. He can wrestle his ass off, but he wants to stand up. And him being a southpaw, which I mentioned if he fought the fight I mentioned earlier, that kind of stopped Pereira a little bit in those leg kicks, because Pereira will tear you up with them calf kicks. You can ask Yuri Procházka, you can ask Izzy Alessandra, you can ask Khalil Rountree, even Jamil Hill. He likes to kick that lead leg, kick that calf, but him being a southpaw, he's not using his power leg on doing that. So that kind of neutralizes him a tad bit when it comes to those leg kicks. That's why he wasn't the same. And also, Ankalaev, he wasn't scared of him. He's bringing it the fight to him, with the punches and everything. So we all thought, as I thought, that Pereira can't wrestle. So we thought Ankalaev was just going to take him down, ground and pound, boring fight. He said, nah, buddy. We're standing up. So I think this fight is going to be more what we thought the first fight would be. And I've been going back and forth because this one really is a toss-up to me. If you guys didn't see last week, they became face-to-face at the UFC facility, and I've never seen people talk trash using Google Translate. It was literally da-da-da-da-da. He said da-da-da-da. Well, tell him da-da-da-da.
That's crazy.
Said, I looked at this is hilarious.
That's great.
I've never seen that before.
Wow.
But Ankalaev is doing what everybody besides Khalil Rountree did. Like Yuri Procházka, he's like, oh, I gotta train, I gotta be in a dark cave to fight this, whatever. Ankalaev don't care. You bad, you Billy Bad, I'm gonna fight you standing up. Let's do this. So that's what Pereira has to deal with, somebody that's not afraid of him. And with that being said, this one will be a caveat. I have a caveat on this. Just like before, if it goes past 3 rounds, Ankalaev will win. Okay? If it goes less than 3 rounds, Pereira will win by knockout.
Okay. And so decision if it goes over 3 for Ankalev?
Be decision. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Wow. There you go. So there's your Clever D Club Bangers, not his predictions. Club Bangers will give you a unanimous decision by Ankalev. Did you want unanimous or split? Or
it doesn't matter. It'll say unanimous. Yeah.
Okay.
It could be just he'll win. How about that?
There you go.
Hedge your bets.
Ankalev will win over 3, and then under 3, Alex Pereira by KO. There are your Club Bangers. I am going to go with Club Bangers. AP. Yes, I'm going with AP to get his belt back.
I can see it. It could happen.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right about one thing, is that fight was a lot closer than most people had it out to be. And I think in an alternate universe, AP could have won that fight. So I'm taking AP. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to regain his championship, and I'm excited to see it. Let's get some comments here really quick. Chris Harris, hurry, the 49ers are getting ready to lose I mean, start. Wow. All right.
You see, I don't take one-liners when the team already lost to Atlanta. You're not allowed to say that. You're not qualified to say that.
Got their ass whooped by Atlanta, too,
You lost
Chris.
to Atlanta, okay? How about you worry about Jaden Daniels starting and you worry about Terry McLaurin starting before you get on my Niners, what I'm about to get you right now.
Right now. And
right
another
now. Okay?
Commanders fan. Shout out our brother.
What up,
Dan.
What up, D? What up, bro?
Big Dan.
I got, whoa, big what? Pause, what?
Big Dan.
Oh, okay. They said something else. Okay.
No.
I got what's going on with the game right now. It's not started yet. We're still
so let's get to that right now. San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams tonight. The Los Angeles Rams are 7-point favorites, 7.5, depending where you're getting your lines from. It's been tough for the Niners. Clubber D will tell you, if you're a football fan, everybody knows the Niners have consistently dealt with injuries year in and year out. Right now, the 49ers have 13, I repeat, 13 players on the injured reserve and or PUP physically unable to perform list, and that doesn't even include Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, or Juwan Jennings, all three who probably will not play. Yeah, I didn't think so. There you go. Confirmed. All not playing. So the Rams they had a good defense, and it's going to be locked in on the rushing game here for the 49ers. So a couple professors' fun facts here. You cannot count the 49ers out because Shanahan has won 10 out of the last 17, so 10-7 against McVay. But McVay is 7-0 against the spread in his last 7 short week games, and this is a Thursday game. So, Clubber D, what are your thoughts on your Niners tonight?
Well, I mean, I'll put it like this. In the last 7 years, the Niners have been in top 10 and most injured players in the league and led the league twice.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. Yeah.
Us having injuries, I'm used to it, okay? We literally, Drake Greenlaw went out in the freaking Super Bowl. So my expectations in my Niners and also my fantasy team and all this other BS, they always lose, you know? They not always lose, but they always someone's always going to be hurt. It is what it is. I'm used to this. So as far as watching the game and who's going to win, you got to understand the Rams have a very good defense, okay? The Niners have no interceptions in the last 11 games, I believe, and we have no rushing touchdowns all year. We're the only NFL team with no rushing touchdowns. You keep neglecting the offensive line, Kyle Shanahan, and drafting other things and not prioritizing that, but paying your quarterback. Make that make sense. Trent Williams, I love you, but you're not looking too great lately, all right? Jake Brendel might be the worst center in the league. He's in the bottom half, all right? I mean, let's not even talk about Colt McKivitz on the other side. You know, decent tackle. You've gotten better. But our guards and our center, Dominic Pooney, his second year, he's not looking so good. And our defense, we lost Bosa. That's happened before. We still were a top 10 defense at that time, because Saleh was in control. We got to generate a pass rush. Trevor Lawrence was not sacked one time last week. We did get an interception, but they called that back. Our special teams is piss poor, pathetic. We need to fix that. We brought in a new coach, same outcome. Something needs to happen. The one thing we will win tonight, the one thing we have, is 61% of the fans are 49er fans. We always make that SoFi South, or not SoFi South, but Levi South. Okay, all our fans always show up, and I guess the Rams fans don't show up. That's one thing we will have. We'll have that. What would that tenants battle? But I, as a Niner fan, I don't see us winning. I just don't. I can't come here and lie and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna win because of no. We got too many injuries. I'll be shocked if we do, because we're familiar with the system. That being McVay, part of the Shanahan tree, but. We got dominant. Lenore has to show up big with Puka and Devontae Adams. If Ronaldo Green comes back and plays today, he's got to stick Devontae Adams. But you know, if we're not generating a pass rush and we're not intercepting passes, I got the Rams beating us. I hate to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely go with the Rams straight up on the money line. I definitely am, and I might also possibly take them on the spread. I'm not as sure about that because I do believe that even with those injuries, San Francisco can still at least keep it semi-close in the divisional game, but I could see it being either way, like a 3-point game or a 10-point game. Either way, I agree. I see the Rams winning. One thing that you mentioned on our Sunday Showdown show, a shameless plug, y'all tune in every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Clubber DI, Shane Peter and Dirty Mojo go through all the games, reviewing all the day games and getting you ready for the night games. We talk a little college football too, so y'all make sure to tune in with us there at Ball and Buds. But you mentioned that there were 0 rushing touchdowns for San Francisco, which was an astute observation by you. I want to add to that, they rank second to last in the league at only 3.3 yards per carry. And that's for a team, Kyle Shanahan, that usually ranks at the top of the league in rushing. They are currently 28th in rushing yards per game.
It's embarrassing. And the reason why that is because you trade for Brian Robinson Jr. from aforementioned Commanders. You let him get 5-6 carries. You control. You let McCaffrey control how many carries he gets a game. Offensive line's not playing well. Put someone else in there, okay? Give McCaffrey you cannot keep leaning on McCaffrey because he's not going to hold up. All right. He held up. You paid him all that money last year. He played only 4 or 5 games last year. Didn't do diddly squat. Another Redskins coach. No, that was more. But anyways, if the offensive line stinks, McCaffrey's not the same. Put some new blood in there, okay? Put Isaac Guerrero, put him back there. You drafted Jordan James out of Oregon. Let him get a carry. Let him do something. Put Brian Robinson in the game more. Or put McCaffrey in. Put him out as a wideout. Put both of them in there. Who cares? Do something. Switch it up, right. Kyle. The problem with Kyle Shanahan, which I don't like, and I always say this, he is too goddog stubborn to change things up. He thinks his way is the only way, and it doesn't work sometimes. You got to switch things up. So, yes, we have injuries, and that does play a part, but if you keep going to the well and it's dry, why are you still going there? Go to another well, That's my opinion. And
as you mentioned, I want to also touch you touched on the McCaffrey, Mac Jones versus the Rams defense. The Rams defense, they have a very, very rough, tough defense that brings unrelenting 4-man pressure. They're second in the NFL in total sacks. They're 4th in pressure rate at 45%. And they rarely blitz. They only blitz 20% of the time. It ranks 24th. So they're getting pressure with just that front 4, which makes it that much better for your linebackers and your secondary to be able to take care of their jobs. And so that means they'll be able to not only get that pressure with the 4, but then they can bring the linebackers down and stack the box in order to keep McCaffrey and the running game, held to a minimum. Yeah, go ahead.
I would say with that, their front 4 with Fisk and Verse, it's really good. Like you said, it's top notch. However, since we got another Commanders rider over there, they got Emmanuel Forbes out there as cornerbacks. Trash. Their cornerbacks are not that good. Their secondary is not that good. Their front 7, top notch. Secondary, Pasuda, Mierna. Okay, I can say more things. All right, the cousin was a Caparon. Anyways, so that's where the Niners can try and do better. However, we got DeMarcus Robinson, Marcus Valdez, Scandling, whatever his name is. We got him. Our receiver. We have our fourth string receivers, 4th, 5th, 6th string receivers in. Even our rookies are hurt. So this is going to be an ugly, ugly game for the Niners.
Now I do want to ask you about the other side of things, though. We haven't talked about your defense yet. I know that you mentioned y'all lost Nick Bosa, which is obviously a huge loss. But we also got to look at your cornerbacks and your secondary. They have to go up against Puka Nacua, who right now, if you're looking at giving someone non-quarterback MVP, you might need to be looking Nacua's way as he leads the league in receiving yards, targets, receptions, yards per route, targets per route, and receiving first down. He's on pace to break Calvin Johnson's receiving record of 1,964 yards. Oh, by the way, don't forget, they picked up Devontae Adams, who everybody thought was washed, but has now just come out and been a great second receiver, especially in that red zone where he's being targeted at a healthy 29% targets per route. And, going up against the secondary that the 49ers have, how do you see them being able to contain or not contain those receivers.
All that's going to matter on the pass rush. If they can get Stafford off his block and moving around, we have a chance. If we don't, they can carve us up. I do like the matchup of Adamo Lenore against Puka because Puka's not a speedster. He's not a burner. I know he retired Howard recently, but Diablo Lenore, hopefully he can keep up with him because he's the ex-slot receiver. The main thing is going to be Upton Stout, our rookie nickel back. Okay, they like him a lot. He is very good in a nickel. If we can stop them with the short passes and get a little bit of pressure and get Stafford off his block, we might be okay. But if we don't, they're just going to carve us like a Thanksgiving turkey dinner. That's the main thing. We have to get pressure on Stafford. We cannot give him time. If he has time, he's going to have Puka. He's going to have Devontae Adams. He might even throw it to me. You never know. But he's gonna carve us up somehow, some way. That's the main thing with these guys. It reminds me of my top list of quarterbacks I hate playing against. My team: Kurt Warner, Russell Wilson. He's like 21 and like 5 against us. Hated him.
I'm Russell Wilson.
Kurt Warner, Drew Brees. Those three right there, I could not fucking stand. Yeah. And Eli Manning, him too in the playoffs. Those were ones. And now Stafford has gone up the ranks and got to my top 5. I hate playing him. I can't stand it. I'd be ready to punch something. Man, he's good. And I'm a Stafford fan. He's good. He's a good player. So, but I just don't want him to play us like that.
Yeah. And to your point, the 49ers have allowed the 5th fewest amount of receiving yards per game, but they haven't faced the top 15 offense yet. And Rams are 3rd in receiving yards per game. All right. What is your score on this one, sir?
All right, my closing thoughts, as it says, we got about a minute. I will say the Niners might make it close for the first 2 quarters, and then the Rams will just, So I'm going to give the Rams 34-17.
34-17 Rams. I'm going to go 24-14 Rams. A little less scoring of an affair. Oh, there was one professor's fun fact I wanted to put out because I wanted to come to what you said about the injuries. Aaron Schatz, I found the stat. He has an adjusted games lost metric. And in 6 of 7 Kyle Shanahan seasons, you can see their rankings. The lower the ranking, meaning between, and I'll give you a better one.
Yeah, we led the league in 1. Yeah.
The lower the ranking, the worse it is in games lost. You can see the 49ers 22nd, 26th, 27th, 32nd, most games lost, 29th, almost most games lost. So every year consistently losing between the most and almost the most games each year due to injury are the 49ers.
Yep. And as I get out here, it's about to start. That's how it is. And you know what? He also has a good record losing one then winning the next one. So it's kind of weird like that. But
before you go, I know you got to go. I'm going to talk some baseball before we get out of here. Minnesota Vikings, Cleveland Browns, early Sunday. Who you got?
I got the Vikings. We'll say 20-10.
All right, perfect. All right, my brother, enjoy your game. Clubber D, Clubber D, find him on YouTube at Clubber D. It's up there in the link tree. You can also find his TikTok up there. He is our boxing UFC insider. We love him very much. Thank you for being on, brother.
We out. See ya.
Peace. All right. Or real quick, want to just give you an update on some baseball scores before we get you out of here. I know he had to go watch the game. I also want to watch it, but obviously not my team. So I'll take a couple more minutes here just to give you all some updated scores here. So first of all, let you know, these were the elimination games today in baseball. The Cubbies, Chicago Cubs with a 3-1 victory over the San Diego Padres. The Cubs will move on. Hold on one second. Let me get the bracket here in front of me because I don't remember. Okay, so the Cubs are going to go face that's right, their division rival, the Milwaukee Brewers. Wow, what a game! What a series this is going to be. The reason that is, y'all, Milwaukee Brewers, their past coach, their former coach, Craig, not Craig. What's his name? Yeah, Craig Counsell. He used to coach the Brewers. he actually left them, stood him up at the altar type shit when he was about to be a free agent resigning, and left to their rival, the Cubs. So this is going to be a spicy series there in the second round. Also, the Dodgers swept the Reds. I told you all that was going to happen. The Reds stood no chance. I'd rather my Mets have gone in, although we probably would have still gotten swept too, but at least it would have been a more fun series to watch. That series was shit to watch. But the Dodgers will face the Phillies in what should be the best matchup of the second round. Moving over to your AL side, the Detroit Tigers, they did it, even though they blew the lead to the Cleveland Guardians to get overtaken after having a 15.5 game lead there at the beginning of the second half. They actually pulled it out 2-1, winning today over the Guardians to move on to face the Seattle Mariners in the second round. And then finally, right now going on the biggest baseball rivalry of all time, the Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees in Game 3 to go on to see who will play the Toronto Blue Jays. Right now it is 0-0, middle of the first, which means baseball and football are on, which means I got to go because I got things to watch. That being said, you know who it is. It's your boy, Omar, the sports professor Fonseca, for my brother, Clubber D, the Combat G. We hope you enjoyed today's show on boxing and UFC. We will be back together again soon with the Boxing Champs Fight Pick group. By the way, if you want to join a boxing group where you can pick fights and win money, it's all free to play. Hit me up. Let me know. I'll get you there hooked up with Skywalker and Champ in the Boxing Champs group. So, hey, thank y'all again. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Ballin' Buds, BALLAND BUDS. There's a handy QR code right up there at the top. It'll take you to our link tree. Again, you can find all of our social media, find Clubber D's socials there as well. And hit that like button, whether watching now or on the replay. It is free to you, but invaluable to us. That being said, we love y'all. We thank you for the support. All of our fans, y'all go out, you be safe, have an amazing and blessed weekend, be successful, and yeah, spread love the Omar way. Holla. 5,000.
He's with the millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure four. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this micro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. Heart like winter cold. Bust these fools, anything less than killing whack rappers is a crime. I stay trying to get mine. Stacking value, packing venues, winning over time. Ain't no fine timeline. Open your eyes, you're looking for the best, and this is what you find. Game is only for the bold. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing from parts unknown, your UFC and combat sports insider, Clubber D, the Combat G, and the sports professor.